Today we are covering the 5 most famous jackpot slots ever made. Number 5. Major Millions. Microgaming. Major Millions is the slot that proved the online jackpot concept worked. It launched in 1999 as a 3-reel game and became the first slot in online gambling history to pay out a £1 million progressive jackpot, achieving that milestone in 2002. At the time, a 7-figure payout from an online casino was genuinely extraordinary. No one was certain the format could sustain it. Major Millions demonstrated that it could. The 5-reel version expanded the game's playability without removing the military theme or the direct jackpot condition. 5 Major Millions symbols across the maximum payline awards the progressive. The base game, RTP, reflects the age of the design and sits below what modern standards would accept. But the historical significance of Major Millions is not about its current mathematical profile. It is about what it proved was possible in 1999. Tip: Major Millions requires maximum bet to be eligible for the progressive jackpot. This has been a condition of the game since its original design. Playing below maximum bet means the jackpot is locked and you are playing the base game only. If you choose to play Major Millions for its historical significance and jackpot access, max bet is the only way to be in contention. Number 4. Cleopatra Mega Jackpots. IGT. Cleopatra is the most famous slot in the history of land-based casinos. Tens of millions of players have sat in front of a Cleopatra cabinet in physical venues across North America, Europe, and Australia. Cleopatra Mega Jackpots is the online progressive version, connecting IGT's iconic Egyptian-themed title to the Mega Jackpots network alongside Siberian Storm, Wolf Run, and other flagship IGT titles. The 5-reel, 20-payline grid with Cleopatra wild symbols, free spins, and scatter pays runs as the familiar base game underneath a randomly triggered jackpot wheel. The base RTP runs below modern standards, well under 95% depending on jurisdiction and configuration, but for players who grew up playing Cleopatra in physical casinos, the online progressive version connects a deeply familiar experience to a network jackpot. Tip: The Mega Jackpots network functions across multiple IGT titles simultaneously. Cleopatra, Siberian Storm, Wolf Run, and others all contribute to and draw from the same jackpot pool. Your choice of which Mega Jackpots title to play does not change your jackpot probability. Only your bet size affects that. If you want Mega Jackpots network access with the best possible base, RTP, compare the RTPs of all currently available Mega Jackpots titles before sitting down. Cleopatra's brand recognition comes at a base game cost, relative to some newer titles sharing the same pool. Number 3. Gonzo's Quest, Megaways, Red Tiger, Gaming/NetEnt. The original Gonzo's Quest launched in 2013 and introduced the avalanche mechanic, symbols falling into place rather than spinning, with winning combinations exploding and new symbols dropping to fill the gaps, to mainstream online gambling. Gonzo's Quest Megaways, developed by Red Tiger Gaming for NetEnt, takes the original's iconic Conquistador theme and rebuilds it on the Megaways engine, delivering up to 117,649 ways to win per round. A multiplier trail climbs with consecutive avalanche wins, 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 5 times in base play, and 3 times, 6 times, 9 times, 15 times during free falls, and the maximum win of 21,175 times is a dramatic expansion of what the original game could deliver. The combination of the most recognizable avalanche mechanic in the market with the scale of Megaways makes it one of the most widely played sequels ever released. Tip: The multiplier trail in Gonzo's Quest. Megaways resets after a spin with no winning avalanche. Extended chains that keep the multiplier climbing through multiple consecutive wins are where the game produces its biggest results. The free falls feature, where the multiplier reaches 15 times, is the specific environment for the game's upper range. A free falls round that produces long, unbroken chains of avalanche wins with the multiplier at or near 15 times is what the 21,175 times ceiling requires. Evaluate the game across multiple free falls triggers, not base game results alone. Number 2. Bonanza, Big Time Gaming. Bonanza was the first Megaways slot ever released, and the game that built the most influential mechanic, framework in the history of online gambling. Big Time Gaming developed the Megaways engine, a variable reel system that changes the number of symbols on each reel every spin, delivering a randomly determined number of ways to win that can reach 117,649 on any given spin. And Bonanza was its commercial debut in 2016. The mining theme runs on a 6-reel grid with a top row of 4 additional symbols, and the free spins feature adds an unlimited progressive multiplier that increases by 1 with every winning cascade. The Megaways license was subsequently sold to dozens of providers, and the mechanic now powers hundreds of titles. But Bonanza remains the original, and many players still regard it as the benchmark against which every Megaways implementation is measured. Tip: the unlimited multiplier in Bonanza's free spins does not reset between wins. It only climbs 1 point per winning cascade. Reaching a free spins round with early cascade wins that push the multiplier into double digits before a high-value combination lands is the mechanical sequence that defines the game's biggest outcomes. Free spins rounds where the first several cascades are low value but keep the chain going actually build the multiplier into a range that makes subsequent higher value combinations dramatically more impactful than they would be at the 1x starting point. Number 1. Buffalo King Megaways. Pragmatic Play. Buffalo King. Megaways holds one of the highest maximum win ceilings from any pragmatic play slot at 240,000 times, a figure that puts it in conversation with the extreme no-limit city titles for raw payout potential. The North American wildlife theme runs on a 6-reel grid with up to 200,704 ways to win per spin, and the free spins feature is built around fixed multiplier wilds that land and remain in place for the entire bonus round. Wilds that accumulate across multiple reels during the feature compound their multipliers, and the 240,000 time ceiling comes from a free spins round where multiple high multiplier wilds are covering reels simultaneously when a full grid win lands across the maximum ways count. At 96.52% RTP, it delivers strong value for a slot operating in this volatility range. Buffalo King Megaways is Pragmatic Play's answer to the extreme ceiling slot category, and the numbers behind it justify the title. Tip: the multiplier wilds in Buffalo King Megaways are the mechanism that produces the extraordinary payout outcomes. Each wild that lands during the feature has a multiplier value, and when wilds cover multiple reels, the multipliers apply to winning combinations that cross all of them simultaneously. An early wild landing and locking on a central reel in the feature is a signal that the round has entered a potentially significant range. Subsequent wilds arriving while the original remains active with the ways count at maximum is the setup for the game's upper outcomes. Give the feature multiple triggers before drawing conclusions about the game's range. 5 slots that define the industry. Major Millions as the proof of concept that a 7-figure jackpot was possible. Cleopatra Mega Jackpots as the land-based giant brought online. Gonzo's Quest Megaways as the avalanche mechanic at Megaways scale. Bonanza as the creation of the most copied framework in the market. And Buffalo King Megaways as the extreme ceiling at modern pragmatic play scale. Each of these titles earned its place in the conversation for a reason beyond marketing. Check the RTP before you play any of them. Set your limits. Play responsibly at begambleaware.org. See you in the next one.